Mr. and Mrs. Clooney.
Amal Clooney in the spotlight again, not for her marriage to George Clooney or her glamorous red carpet style, but for her role as a legal advisor to the International Criminal Court in the Netherlands. The ICC's chief prosecutor requesting arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's defense minister, and 3 senior Hamas leaders for alleged war crimes. Amal Clooney writing, "The law that protects civilians in war was developed more than 100 years ago, and it applies in every country in the world regardless of the reason for a conflict." Adding, "I will never accept that one child's life has less value than another's." This is just the latest high-profile legal case for Clooney, who is a barrister and member of a well-respected British law firm. She once represented WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange in his fight to avoid extradition to Sweden on sex crime charges. More recently, she called on the UN and US to do more to stop reported war crimes in Ukraine.
Ukraine is today a slaughterhouse, right in the heart of Europe.
She has also investigated atrocities in Syria, Darfur, and Iraq, sitting down with NBC in 2016 to explain what drives her.
I believe in international justice. I believe it's important that you don't just turn the page without people being held to account.
The gravity of her day job in contrast to her leading man husband, prompting a memorable moment at the 2015 Golden Globes.
Amal is a human rights lawyer who worked on the Enron case, was an advisor to Kofi Annan regarding Syria, and was selected for a 3-person UN commission investigating rules of war violations in the Gaza Strip. So tonight, her husband is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
The 46-year-old mother of 6-year-old twins rarely gives interviews, preferring to focus on her work and her young children. She made an exception in 2018 when George was honored by the American Film Institute.
What I have found with you is the great love that I always hoped existed.
One of the world's most glamorous women, now taking a strong stance on the conflict in the Middle East.
So as this goes forward, Kelly, what role might Amal play?
Well, she said in her statement that she wasn't going to give a running commentary on her work. The U.S. and Israel, neither of them recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC. So in some ways, this is a symbolic move to a point. But look, Amal Clooney has been under incredible pressure, online anyway, to take a stand in this conflict, given her background, her Middle Eastern background. Lots of folks on the pro-Palestinian side urging her to take sides. This gives her a chance to speak publicly about the conflict without necessarily taking sides, letting her work do the talking for her. She said in that statement, "I do not accept that any conflict should be beyond the reach of the law." Savannah.
All right, Kelly Kobiella in London for us. Thank you.